Hey everybody, it's Sandra Dee Robinson with Charisma on Camera. This is Big Impact. And you know, some of the other questions that you guys were asking me had to do with editing. The good, the bad, the ugly. Do I really need it? Can I get it for free? Do I need to pay a professional? What do I do? Well, today we're going to answer those questions because I have a member of my team here that's going to help us out. Okay, so today I have grabbed one of my very valued team members for Charisma on Camera who actually has his own company called Shoot, Cut, Deliver. Sitting next to me is my buddy Neil Newman. Neil shoots for me here in the Los Angeles and Southern California area, and he is a fabulous editor, and so we're going to show some of the stuff that he's done just a little bit today, and we're going to answer some of your most frequently asked questions about editing some of the footage in the video that you're shooting, because we love the fact that you are spreading your message and that you are sharing your value through your video now. But you still have some of these questions like, do you really need to have an editor? How much do you need to spend? And what programs do you use? We're going to cover all of that today. So Neil, thanks
You're
for spending the time.
Great to be here.
We're taking over his workspace here today. So we're all huddled up in front of the monitors. But first off, people say, do I need to edit? Because there's some people that think, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I can shoot it, make it really clean. And do I really need to edit? Your thoughts?
Definitely some simple editings. Fade up from black, fade out to black. A simple title of who you are is always just really important.
It's always good.
Very simple to do.
Yeah. At the very least, this is how I look at it. At the very least, clean up at the beginning and a fade to black at the end. You know, preferably when you fade to black, put your website up there so that if it's on YouTube or somebody sends it to someone, that you still have your information up there. Putting your title underneath you. It's just important to have your information and, you know, and your branding on everything that you do at the very least. And also, we're talking with experts, and I'm sure that that's what you are. And so you want to have it a step above raw, and you want to have it as close to excellent as you can get. And if all you can do is make it clean at the beginning and the end, it's a little bit better than just throwing it out there as is.
You'd be surprised how that sets you apart from so many people.
It really does. And we invite you to start watching people's videos,
right.
and then you'll start noticing. When you get into the editing a little more, you'll start to notice what people do. So the next question I get, what programs or software do I need in order to edit my videos? And of course, you know, I don't mean to just push Apple products, but Mac is really easy. It's really easy. I mean, I learned it, you know, the basics in a very short period of time. So Mac has a program, right?
iMovie is stock, you know, essentially with Mac,
Yep.
and it's fabulous to do really all the things we just talked about.
Yeah.
Fast and efficient.
You can, and if you happen to be shooting with an iPad, again,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like promote one particular brand, but it's so easy.
Yeah.
You can shoot with your iPad and you can edit. You can put iMovie on your iPad and edit it, so you can do everything in one object, which is fabulous. Now, if you don't have a Mac, and we haven't converted you, then and you're on a PC, what do?
Well, Windows Movie Maker is basically the stock app for Windows. And again, you can do all the simple things that we talked about.
And we can clean it up. You can clean it up on your own.
Put a title in, who you are, and so forth. So it's all very doable.
Now, this on the screen right now, this is an example of iMovie.
Yep.
I know, because I am very familiar with this. And I still have lots to learn. I know you can get a lot deeper than I am into this, but I know the basic stuff. And I learned it pretty quickly, so that's awesome.
Yep.
Now, a professional, because my next question that we're going to go into is people say, do I need a professional, and how do I know I need a professional to edit? And the next program we're going to show in here is one that's a little bit more advanced. It's Final Cut, or Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
Okay. It looks a lot more intricate.
Yeah, something like
to me, it looks a lot more intimidating.
We took a little more advanced approach on this one. Nothing too complicated. We basically add some opening graphics.
I'm Sue Koch, and I want to talk to you about something that is important to you as a business professional.
Scrolling through, we put some little fun stuff here. You know, we add a little bit of a
Facebook, Twitter, blog,
You put
YouTube,
sounds and
Pinterest.
things like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that, you know, is a little more advanced. It's quick for a professional editor to do, and so again, the price is not going to be like over the top.
If it's your ambition to become an editor or really get good at this, you just love it, you can go and you know, play with Final Cut Pro. That's not me at all.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of you at home maybe just don't even have the time to consider learning another program. And the good thing is you don't have to, because you've got people like Neil that can work with this program that looks really intricate to me.
Yep.
and create something really fabulous for you. And any comments on how they can go about, of course, if you're in the Southern California area, contact me or Neil will have his information for you, of course. And we can, kind of talk you through whatever you need. But if you're not in Southern California, and a lot of you aren't, how do you find a good editor? Suggestions, advice?
The best way is Craigslist. I mean, go on Craigslist,
Really?
type in video editor, take a look at some of the sample work that they have.
And that's important.
It is. Any reputable, freelance video editor will have sample work. And it's important to look at their work and kind of get that warm and fuzzy feeling about the stuff they're doing, so you feel good about having them take on your project.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and you want somebody that, this is just coming from me, you want somebody that sees your brand, that understands what you're trying to do, and is kind of like cooperating with you in those kind of things. So you want, like you said, that warm and fuzzy feeling. So, so there you go. Next is I know everybody's gonna be asking me this if we don't ask it here, and it's a touchy subject. How much do we need to spend in order to have an editor work on our stuff? And this can vary a lot, which is why I kind of hesitated to talk about it, but I know it's going to be where we're going to be asked. So, Neil?
Well, good advice in terms of cost is a lot of editors will have kind of a base price to do something basic. It's when you want more specific things is when they'll start charging more hourly rates. Hourly rates for video editors could be anywhere from $50 to $150. And they'll do a great job, and a professional editor will get something done relatively quickly. So, what you think might be overwhelming and overbearing, a professional can get it done relatively quickly and get you the best value for it. So
good. That said, though, I mean, just so you guys know, I sit with the editors a lot, and I've done that since I first started, working with television hosts and entertainment reporters. I've sat and gone through the edit, and it really can be very intricate, and as you get, more involved in things like, maybe you want to put in some B-roll, which is not necessarily what you're doing live, but maybe a photograph or something to showcase your product or your service or something, another bit of footage that you want to edit in. You start getting into those kind of things, or multiple cameras, and it really can take a lot of time. It becomes very intricate. So just so that you know, if somebody says, well, you want a 2-minute, but you want all of this stuff and it's going to be, and they give you a quote, please understand it is a lot of work. The simple stuff is one thing, but if you start to get a little bit deeper into, having things flashing up on screen and it can look fantastic, but you're going to pay a little bit more for that because there really is an art to editing. So, with respect, thank you. I look at what he does like there's no way I can handle that. And you do it without thinking about it. Like, I'm just looking at that screen going, glad that you understand that, because I don't. So, any other questions that you have? Anything that you want to add?
No, just get your video out there. That's the most important, is to get it out there and make sure it's seen. Because, thinking about doing it and doing it could be two different big things.
And we want you to do it.
Yeah, we want you to do it.
We want you to get the message out there. Yeah. So, so any questions that you have, comments, anything further that you might need, definitely leave some comments here below and contact us, or contact me, and I can get you in touch with Neil. Either way. So we want to make sure that we support you and you get your message out there so you can make the impact that you were designed to make. All right, until next time on Big Impact. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Sandra Dee. Okay, ready? Okay, so today everybody, I have somebody from my...
All right, good. Yeah.
Okay, you guys, so today I have somebody from my team who is here. I trust you, I do. Take 27.